Let me show you how I did this amazing waving crop with a nice low taper. First, I start by sectioning the hair. As you can see, I started by creating my radial section. So I had to go back and do it again because it wasn't very clean. So it gotta be nice and neat. This next section is the parietal section. This section helps us to divide the top and the side into two panels. Once the section is done, just make sure you comb everything together, and then we're gonna clip it and repeat everything on the other side. So now let's get into the diagram. This diagram is to help you guys to understand the approach I'm gonna be taking for this haircut. Don't worry about if you do not understand everything right now, I'm gonna be dropping a video where I explain every single thing that I'm doing on this diagram. The red dot, the green arrow, the red arrow, and the blue line. Now let's begin our haircut. So on this first section, it's cutting on base. Okay, on base it means no elevation, no over direction. It's just cutting off the base. Okay, so you're gonna come in. So, and one thing you have to pay attention this section is that my fingertip and my knuckles is closer to the head. Why? Because I'm removing weight at this point. Now for section number 2, we're gonna elevate section number 1, and both are gonna meet together, and then we're gonna make our incision. And again, we also cutting on base. Okay, fingertip is still close to the head, and the knuckle close to the head. Okay, our knuckle always gonna be closer to the head at this size because we're gonna do a taper in the back, and it gotta be as close as possible. So when we go debugging the hair, it's gonna be very, very easy. In this section, something changed because now we're getting close to the part of the hair where it is round. So at the top, we're gonna over direct it to the previous where the head's round, and we're gonna elevate where it's flat. Why? Because in the flat area, we remove weight, and where it's round, we build weight. Now, on the other side, we're gonna repeat the same step. But one thing is different here, guys, is that our fingertip is gonna be closer to the head, and our knuckles are gonna be away to the head. Okay, because remember, we're gonna be doing a tape in the back, and we need your hair to be as short as possible, so you don't have too much work refining and debulking. Alright, back panel is done. Now it's time to dive into the side panel. Over here we have another head diagram just to show you guys the approach I'm going to be using on the side panel. Also, I forgot to mention on the back panel we use a diagonal back. Now, on the side panel we're going to be using diagonal forward. What it does, it creates movement and to give directions to the hair where we're going to be styling. If you're going to style in the hair forward, you use diagonal forward because it makes easy on the styling process. And remember, guys, so we over direct to the previous where the head's round and elevate where the head's flat. Okay, and also just keep in mind that our knuckles is gonna end up toward the tape area very close to the head, where we can, when we're gonna be doing our tape, it's gonna be very, very simple to debug. Now that this side is done, let's repeat everything on the other side. Same technique, same approach, but the only thing different now is that our knuckle is away from the head and our fingertip is closer to the head. Back panel and the side panel done, let's get into the fringe. For the fringe, I'm gonna be using a feather razor. I love this tool because it gives like a soft look and natural look. As you can see, I'm just like refining the ends, make sure I don't take too much and combing to see where it's sitting. Because you have to be looking how you gotta be like paying attention to what you're doing and like comb, see how the hair is gonna sit because you don't want to take too much, and once you take it out you can't put it back. So just make sure you comb, see how the hair is sitting, make sure everything is nice and neat. Once you find it a nice length and you like it, that's it. There's not much to do it. So for this client, I didn't cut the top because he really liked the length on the top. At the end of the haircut, I just had some texture, on the dry look. And that was it. So now let's get into our tape. So I started by using my 1.5 just to debug a little bit, not passing the C cap. Okay. So I just like came little by little, with using the corner of my clipper just to debug as much as I could. Then I started creating my first guideline with my 0 level closed, and then I jumped with my special number 1 guard, all the level all open, and then I start gradually going down, just refining, taking my time, not rushing, okay, just to make sure that it's nice and clean. And that's it. That's not too much complicated. Just 2 guard, 1.5, and a number 1. And now, I'm just going with the corner of the clipper, just clean it up, make sure like every dark spot is coming out. Okay, now let's get into our C cap. This, it's all preference. I try not to dig too much, just go removing the hair that's hanging, and that's about it. Nothing crazy. And his hair is really nice. All the lineup, it gets really nice. And for the last part of the tape is refining with the thinning shear. That's one of my other favorite tools. A lot of people don't use it. If you have the tool, you gotta use it, brother. Don't waste your time. Don't kill yourself. And at the end, you're gonna see how it makes everything nice and smooth. I'm gonna be using the same approach on the back, just using 2 guard, 1.5 guard, and a number 1 guard. And that's it. That's about it. Just the same steps, nothing crazy. Okay, I'm gonna be dropping a video also just showing you guys how to do a tape and a fade just using 2 guards. You don't need too much. It's just your technique that needs to be done properly so you can get a nice taper, a nice fade, and nothing complicated. Let's make things easy and simple. Do you understand, right? At this point, we're almost done. And if you like Remember, if you like this content, please comment, share, like. Any feedback is a good feedback. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one.